Remember you used to drive a Yukon. I pick up whenever you call. In the parking lot in Tucson. Like, are you with me? In the phantom with the roof gone. I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. I can help you get a move on. Like you haul, and I know you like to go slow, but we could go faster.
Ahora tu foco que amor tira, tira, tira. Hey.
Yeah, Endgame. I know. That Slide City didn't sound like Justin Bieber, right? But he pitched it up a little bit. And he killed it. Because for me, I just like a vibe. And so there I was, cruising down PCH. Whoo, shit. Life is different. All right, y'all. We're going to start the show in a minute, but of course, I'm going to play it pitch down. Let's go. Welcome back to Marantz Rico. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. The same shit. Bros, I'm on it. Actually, what I am, I'm checking it out because Trove was it Trove or Jay? Jay sent me a message. He goes, Marantz, you bought 66 shares. You need to buy 69. I was like, he's so right. So I bought the 3 more right there. Just did it right now when I was live. So there's the 3 more. So 69 today. I did see, I believe Jay Kerwin bought another 100-something shares. And somebody posted on my Twitter that they bought 2,500 shares. In the Discord, we're already like almost at $10,000 today. I think everybody knows what the hell we know. I think it's coming around. And then I saw a damn buying candle, right? And let me see where it's at really quick. Okay. Did you see this right here? Like, perfect. See this? All this volume right here in the green? This big-ass green candle? So that was 300,000 shares all at once. I don't know who, but they like $23. But no other candles are like that. But of course, internalized trades, it doesn't move up, whatever. But you see us come out the gate with it right here, this whole 115,000 shares. But yeah, plenty of green on the board. I like consolidating here at 23.28. We're going to go through it all. We're going to talk about a lot of things. But let me tell you what's happening right now. Okay. Awesome week. First, thank you to supporters of the show. $2 super chat there. It says, you make me happy. Thank you, Dr. Simple Jack. You make me happy, bro. Showing up, hanging out with us. And then Spadekin says, for the kids, in all caps. And there's a $20 super chat there. I just want to say thank you again. Guys, I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? Now Marantz ready to handle 22 handle. I don't know. I'll read the chat in a little bit. Hey, I haven't seen you guys in a minute. I apologize. Oh, let's see what we did. Well, this weekend was phenomenal. If you don't know, it's uploading right now, actually. Let me see how much time I have on it. Okay, we still have... It said it was barely at like 10% or something. I'm uploading the giveaway video that we did this weekend, and it's a little different, but it was cool. It was cool. I loved it. It's probably my favorite giveaway video. 49% uploaded already. So when we get to 100, we're going to go watch it together because it'll be premiering live on the channel, all that. You cracked your screen smashing the like button. Well, that's pretty cool, Austin. Thank you, guys. So check this out. Here's what happened. And I'll give you the whole background on it so you guys are aware. Months ago, I was opening up packs of cards on the stream. You guys know I had a prismatic SPX, but it was SPX, SPC box, and I opened it all up, and I hit some cards, in these prismatic packs. I've hit a Leafeon EX, I hit a Umbreon EX, I hit numerous cards, right? Whatever it could be. But I had made a promise to one of the viewers of the show who I saw because his dad had posted a video on Twitter that he was really excited. The little dude was super excited for me for hitting the card, right? Like when I opened the pack, I guess his dad's name's Anthony. I guess Anthony was like getting ready and he broke in the room and he's like, Dad, Marantz just hit Umbreon, went crazy, like, whatever. And for kids to get excited about people hitting cards, that means a lot to me because I remember when we were young and we were buying Pro Set cards, my dad was, and he had hit this Santa Claus Pro Set card. It was a football card, but it was Santa Claus. It was like the rarest card at the time on Pro Set, and it was awesome. And I know buying packs of cards means a lot to kids, like when they open and they rip and they do things, or if they can find that one lucky card they like. I remember when I bought 1991. I had 1991 Upper Deck, the whole complete set. Big, long box, had every single card in it. And you're talking about Mo Vaughn rookie card. You had Raul Mondesi. I think he's probably in that one too. I can't remember. But all these guys, right? And you even had the King Griffey Jr., and you had Pedro Martinez. He was with the Dodgers. But all of that was there, right? And in this box. And it wasn't as fun for me. I owned a box. I owned the whole set. I was like, no, but if I could get individual cards and I could look at them, and because I wasn't allowed to touch the box, I owned it. My dad bought it for me. It was $45. It was a lot of money back then, but I owned the whole complete set. I was like, oh, I guess we're not ripping packs of Upper Deck, even though they were the best ones at the time. And so, anyway, fast forward. I was opening up these cards, and I was like, this is cool. So I found a way to repackage a lot of the cards. I found a way. How we give them away at random. We never know what they're getting. So it's like, hey, what am I about to get? And so I started doing these giveaways all around the valley. And we would travel and we'd give away stuff. You guys know we went to Vegas on Fremont Street, give away 10 packs of Charizard cards with the emblem inside and all this stuff. And all the autograph, football cards and everything. We're giving away all this stuff. Who cares? I don't need it. It's not that I don't want it. I mean, I do want it. But I'm like, no, it's not for me. That's not my calling. It's different. So, I don't know. It's like, I know I don't want to get too spiritual on you, but I always feel like if you pay it forward, if you just throw it out in the universe, it'll make its way back to you, right? That's how I feel. And so there was this young man, part of the show. He comes out and he says, hey, Marantz, I got a package I want to send you. So he starts sending us slabs. And I don't know if this guy owns a card shop or what, but I mean, we're talking about 30 slabs a package. And those slabs are worth anywhere from $20 to $200. You guys have seen the videos. And he says, you do whatever you want with the slabs, Marantz. They're for you. You figure it out, what you want. And I was like, great time to promote GameStop. Great time to promote the app and how to, collect and what we want to do as a community and just the whole ecosystem of GameStop, what it is right now. And so I was like, I'll go hit the streets and I'll give them away. Just get people turned on to what PSA graded cards are, the partnerships. And now as you guys see it wrap around, PSA just announced they're doing like $1 billion or they've graded 1 million cards in a month or something crazy are the numbers on PSA. And PSA has expanded their offices and they've grown. And that's because of GameStop. If people don't know, GameStop's the driving force behind it all. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is awesome. We're giving away cards. We're doing our thing. So back to the opening the packs and AJ, Anthony's son, getting excited. He's like, yeah, man, my son got really excited about you opening up the cards, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, you know what? I went live and I just started talking and I said, AJ, one day I'm going to give this card to you. And things I've learned by doing live streaming. One, if you're going to do something for one, you need to do for all. Okay, I remember I had a live stream where I gave something to a kid, and there was 2 kids standing there, and I just focused on the one kid that was willing to talk to me, not the other 2. And then, when I was done filming, my wife was like, "Hey, you realize?" And I was like, "Shh." My wife's always like, because my wife's filming the whole time, but she's always the one like, "Hey, you can't do this. You can't." She tells me, we run it all down, and I don't mind one bit. I'm like, "Thank you for the corrective, for the corrective criticism or whatever." I don't know how I take it, but I'm like, "Yes, mom. Yes, ma'am. Yes, mom. You're right. Apologize." So as I was thinking about it, I was like, "Yo, AJ, man, I'm going to give you this card." And I made the video, and I was on a live stream once. I said, "Hey, I'm going to give you this card." So, I didn't know that AJ was like one of the Team 51 dudes. Well, I mean by Team 51, you guys know who you are, the supporters of the show. AJ watches, bro. AJ watches Marantz Rantz. And so does his sister. So I was like, well, sister's got to get a card. And I was like, so I'm going to take it to both of them, right? This is what my plan was. No event. Just, hey, one day in random, if I ever get to see them, I'm going to give them each a card. We'll call it a night. Boom. So like 4 weeks ago, somewhere in that range, I get a message from Anthony, AJ's dad. He's like, "Hey, man, I know that you have a whole weekend. I think you have a whole weekend set for you and your family because we're going to Oxnard, my wife and I, and we're going to go watch Dallas Cowboys training camp. I've been talking about this because we're just going to go. It's something to do out here. I want to get out of the heat, and I know it's a little bit fresher up there by the coast." And he was like, "Hey, if you're coming through, if it just happens to be this weekend, if you do come through, it is AJ's birthday this weekend." And I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. It's not like I'm just driving through town. This thing's 4 hours away, right? I'm like, okay, AJ's birthday, we're going to make it. That was my whole thing, right? And I kept it tight to the vest. I told my wife, I was like, "Hey, I think we're going to Oxnard this weekend." And she was like, "What do you mean?" I go, "Well, I don't know. I got to book the room because I wanted to book a room. I wanted to make sure we were close to the beach, wherever the birthday party was. And then I also want to make sure I'm close to, in proximity to, the Cowboys training camp." So I'm like, cool, whatever. And it all lined up because that's how God works. And I'm telling you guys, it was the greatest thing ever for me because the week was going, I was working, and it just so happened. Now, my schedule's written a month in advance. Like, I already know I'm off August 24th, 25th. One of the weekends in August, I'm off the whole weekend. I already told my wife, I go, "Get ready. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're doing a giveaway. We're going to do something on this weekend." And boom, and I told her, and she's like, "Okay." So I had no idea. So when I was actually off this past weekend for the first time in like forever to have a Saturday, Sunday off. I was like, dude, this is meant to be. Booked the room. Got the room. Perfect. Flew into town. We're driving in. When I say flying, we're zooming. LA. So we get in. Tell Anthony I'm going to be there. Tell my wife we're going. And it's more magical than the video shows. I'll say it that way, guys. There's a rare occasion, like, you know how like whenever you see videos, like, "Man, that video's so awesome. Look at the editing. Look at this. Look at that." And the video makes it more, like it sensationalizes it more than what it really was. You ever seen that? This is the opposite. For what it really was compared to what the video is, doesn't do it justice. And I'm just being fair. Out of respect to the people that are there. A lot of you guys don't know when I do the giveaways, I do make a public service announcement to the families involved or to anyone that I'm talking to. I said, anytime if you didn't want to be on the film, respectfully, we can go ahead and cut the portions out that you're in and or whomever. And I won't even call out the young, the children that were there. I won't call out the parents either. But there was a couple, whoever, that opted out. Okay. And respectfully, my wife and I were like, no problem. I don't have to show you the whole hour video, of us there and interacting and giving away everything to everyone. just showed the parts that we wanted to show. That was it. So when you see the video's not long. It's probably like 15 minutes. But I'm just giving you the background on it. And I know the kids, you know, the best part about it, the video, I don't care. I don't care if the video is not the greatest video. It wasn't even that. The day was the greatest. I promise you, that was the most fun I had. And I went to Cowboys training camp. And we went out drinking and dancing out there in Oxnard, which actually, it was pretty nice, really. But without a doubt, being on that beach with all of AJ's family and his friends and all the Pokemon lovers out there, and these kids learned about GameStop, they learned about Pokemon, and we gave away a ton of stuff, guys. We're probably over $1,000 worth of stuff, and that I'm ballparking a number because it takes a lot of effort to get all these cards and sleeve them up and give them away, and what we give away. So I want to thank the sponsors of the show. You guys know who you are. All the people out here, and these are individual GameStop holders that support GameStop, shop at the store, and then send stuff to us, give away crazy stuff. But you'll see the video. The video will be up soon, and it was fun. It was awesome, and shout out to AJ and his sister, Alana. I can't remember everyone's name right now, so I apologize. I know I said it right in the video. I'll tell you that. But, you know, and shout out to Anthony. Anthony's been with the show for a little over a year, probably. Not that long, but I'm happy he's here, right? That he sees what GameStop is, what we are as people, and what we are, what we do. I think he felt really comfortable once he met us. I was like, hey, this was like a really good idea, but it's better than that. It's family. So I wouldn't want it any other way. I just tell you that. AJ, welcome to the Team 51. AJ, happy birthday. And I hope you guys like that video when it's up and live and running. That was my weekend there on the beach. The video's at 67% right now. Okay, so finish that up. Didn't study at all this weekend. Nope, completely unplugged almost. There was one portion of the nightclub. I had got a message on TikTok, and it said something like, plenty of companies are under cash value, trade under cash value. And I just felt like slapping these people when they say this. Like, when you say stuff like that, guys, don't talk to me about GameStop. GameStop doesn't pay their executives any money at all. The executives themselves invest into the company. GameStop's not over leveraged on CapEx. We're going to talk about that today as well. GameStop is not those companies. GameStop is something totally different, and if you don't believe it, I'm not going to sit here. You can argue with the wall for all I care, honestly. But we went out to what they call the Collection in Oxnard. It's really nice for a nice area, it really was. And we went to a place called Copper Blues. It was a bar, club, perfect for what we were doing, my wife and I. We had fun. And I will say this, though. Thank you, Anthony. The man hooked it up. He actually got us an Uber to and from. An Uber to and from. Let me tell you, man, you kept me upright because we were having a good time. So thank you to Anthony. I will say that he got us an Uber. So the Uber was everything. My wife says, here's my wife. I didn't even know she's in the crowd. The day was amazing. It just helps when parents say from the jump, please don't have your children on camera. Makes it easier. But overall, it was an amazing weekend. Happy birthday to AJ. Yeah, absolutely. So my wife knows what's up. She's out there with the camera working, bros. She's like, oh, I can't. I gotta angle it this way. I can't, because she's very aware of everyone and everything. Thanks for the heads up. In the Discord, Marantz, we're able to score 6 more PSA 10 Atlanta Braves cards for my son today. Yeah, Matt. So I was on the website. I was cruising. I was looking it up right here. No, that's not the website. Here's the website. So I was looking up right here, GameStop. So when I looked up here and I go to trading cards, I realized that we were at 8,700 on Friday, total cards on the website. We are now at 9,300, if I'm not mistaken, 9,328. So 500 additional cards showed up on the website. But you can imagine how many transactions are going through. I mean, you bought 6 today, but I'm talking about hundreds of these have to be going. So, and I have this card. Oh, man. It's a Leafeon Pokeball one. You just got to look, guys. They're selling a Master Ball right there. Leafeon Master Ball, but 9. It printed on a 9. Master Ball Reverse Holo. Man, I gave away so many Master Balls Pokeballs, reverse hollows, everything, dudes. Everything. When I tell you, man, I'm telling you guys. There was a thing I did that not on the video. You don't even see it. I gave away a card for however many years old people were, all the kids. And there was kids at this party. 15 to 20 kids. I don't even know how many. That's what it felt like. It was probably 15. But there was enough where you just giving everything away. By the way, GameStop. Switch 2 systems are back in stock. I wanted to get one. I told my wife, I showed her. She goes, Christmas is coming, babe. I said, damn, I got to wait till Christmas. It's okay. I don't mind. I'm pacing myself, guys. But they're telling you can get it in the store. They're not selling it to you online. You got to go in store. It was Spider-Man Day. I don't know when. Yesterday, I guess. But plenty of Spider-Man products for sale. Just go to the GameStop website, guys. Cruise there. Buy some gifts, prizes. There's birthdays everywhere. Kids are born every day. We're going to talk fundamentals in a minute. Some really good fundamentals. Just a quick YOLO update for yourself, for your boy. Currently sitting on $27,322 of GameStop. Not a bad number considering GameStop's down today. I'm down. I'm okay with it. I'm down like $600 or something. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Let's see. $89 today. I'm down. So I'm good with the number. I'm okay. I'm getting really close to my goal of $30,000. I told my wife I want to put away $30,000 into GameStop at the end of the year. We're going to get there. We're going to blow past it. But I'm just pacing on myself. I know that within the next 2 years, I'll have 50,000, whatever. And that's just money sitting there waiting for it to explode because that's exactly what's going to happen to GameStop. And I'll take that 50,000. I'll allow Roaring Kitty turn 50,000 into 250 million. I don't know if I'm that good. I don't know if it's going to go that crazy for me. But I'm happy with where I'm at today. This is money well spent because I know it's just parked. I didn't spend any of it. This is not a dollar wasted. So, Mama, if you're watching the show, I know I have to explain it 10 different ways to Sunday. Just know, not a dollar wasted. It's amazing. $27,409 and counting. And we'll keep going up from there. But I couldn't do any of that unless, Mom's keeping me upright and the rest of you guys showing up, doing your thing. And you guys have your own stockpiles of shares. I know it. I've seen it. You guys post it. But I'm very, very happy with my outcome there. Okay, now. Let's talk. Oh, Slide City just start coming on playing. Wow, that's wild. Hey, Justin Bieber with the banger. 71% left on this video. I hope you guys really like the video. Now, I will tell you what happened. The best part and the worst part of my weekend. Not even going to kid you guys. So, we were driving into town, right? And we get past like Tarzana and wherever, in Reseda. We get past all this stuff in LA. And then now I'm coming to Woodland Hills. And I don't know much about Woodland Hills. I don't know much about Westlake. I don't know any about I've heard of it, right? But I've never seen it with my own eyes. And so I go, babe. And remember, I'm coming up with any excuse. I'm driving, and I go, hey, Mom, we need to stop real quick. GameStop's about to open. But I didn't say like I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. She's like, okay. And here I am getting off the freeway, and I'm driving to the mall. I didn't know it was a mall, first off. Ends up being Topanga Mall, which I don't know if you guys know this damn mall. It's phenomenal. Might be the best mall I've ever been to in my life. Because I was looking around, I was like, yo, this thing looks nice. It reminds me of like Santa Monica, Promenade, but better. It reminds me of everything. It reminds me of like Vegas and Planet Hollywood shopping experience and Caesars shopping, but better. Better shopping than Vegas. I'll be honest with you, this mall. Across the street's this place called The Q. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. Go Google it. The studio apartment is studio, 400 square feet. 400 square feet. I couldn't even imagine. 400 square feet is like $2,200 a month. I was like, no, I could get that. I could work over here. I could just go to the mall. I don't know what I would do there. The mall is like 3 stories, 4 stories, but had AMC at the top. So my wife and I, we go in, I park. I try to get there. I get to GameStop at 11:20. It's 11:20, 11:30. And I go to the bathroom, whatever, boom. Get to GameStop. I run in. I'm like, you guys got any Pokemon cards? She's like, we're sold out. And now it's like, you guys just opened. They're like, yeah, we had a line all the way through the back. We had 2 tills open. We were doing, and I'm just like, man, these guys are just running out of shit. But you know what's the greatest thing about that? Is I like that GameStop is now cashing in every Saturday. Okay. They're making it a destination and experience. Every Saturday, you go to GameStop, they're going to have Pokemon cards. You just have to be sitting on the outside. And it's going to be at retail price, which is perfect for everyone. But now they're training the shopper, okay? What's it? I mean, you would have had me at mall? Oh, my bad, babe. My bad. Okay, so, and here's the thing. Charge point for connect the dots. Did 1 and 20 reverse stock split today. Anyone buys another one buys it does. I talked about charge point. I don't know if I did connect the dots on the whole thing. I might have done the whole thing. I just said stay the hell away from it. And well, there you go. Thank you. Damn, is my wife doing complete interviews over here? As my wife says, thank you, Endgame. Gotta say, the energy and the giveaways make it so easy. Love it. Yeah, hearing kids go crazy and smile and me having to work it is absolutely wild, bros. I'm like this. Okay, guys. Okay, but I'm so good like with the controlling the crowd stuff. I know because it's something that I've practiced my whole life. When you're dealing with crowds, I've dealt with crowds every day, and man, these kids were very aggressive. They should be. They're happy. They're excited. And that's okay. I have no problem with that. But I will tell you about this mall. This mall is lit, okay? Has everything you ever want in this mall. And go sold out, whatever. I love how GameStop does it because I went to 4 different places to buy Pokemon cards this weekend, and they were all sold out. But I know that you'll never know when they're going to get refilled. Well, when are they coming back? I don't know. I don't ask those because I already know. GameStop will tell you every Saturday. Come back Saturday morning, we'll have them. So if you really want Pokemon, line up on Saturday. Live right down the street from the mall when I was a kid. Yeah, not this. Was it this mall? This mall's massive, dude. So my wife and I, after we leave Oxnard, because we had a great time at Copper Blues, great time at Cowboys training camp. Cowboys look ready to go 1-16, bros. Oh my God, they look so good. They look like they could win a game. Hey. Low expectations. Because if they win more than one game, then I'm a prophet. I got it right. Yeah, anyway. Oh, God. Dak holding on to the ball too long. Joe Milton III couldn't even throw it. He was running. Dak's best play was when he ran with the rock, and they can't even touch him. They're not allowed to touch him. So, of course, he was gone. Threw 2 passes to George Pickens, which George Pickens looks amazing. I mean, he's a specimen. He looks awesome. And CD didn't look too sharp. And who's our running back? I wouldn't even know. Micah was there. Micah Parsons. He was in street clothes. Like, yeah, bro, you're just standing there. Okay. And but it was fun. You know, you get to watch your Cowboys play and see what's going on, see if they're ready to, win the damn Super Bowl. But we went anyway. So after driving home, wife and I, we're dead tired, guys. We went out the night before. We were out. Let me tell you, we were out and about doing our thing. Then I think we fell asleep, got up, and we're like, my brother-in-law's calling. I'm at the practice, bro. Where you at? I'm like, I have no idea. I can't even get up, bro. I don't know. So we shake it off. We get out of the room. We get to practice, which we showed up right on time. But on our way home, my wife and I look at each other, we're like, man, we ain't going to make it. We got to wake up. What's better to wake you up than to stop at the mall? So we went back to Topanga Mall. Went right back in there. Went there, parked, walked around, looking for school shopping for my son, I guess. I don't know. Then my wife, she goes, babe, I want some popcorn. Because she could smell the AMC popcorn, okay, from the 3rd floor. And I said, okay, but we ain't getting no damn movie. We ain't not watching no movie. She said, no. I said, concessions helps them anyway. They need it. So we went up to the escalator. You go all the way up to the top floor. And you don't need a ticket or anything. You just go straight there and you can order concessions. And we ordered, mind you, I had got drinks downstairs. People keep thinking I got drinks there. But we ordered a bucket of popcorn, the whole bucket, big-ass bucket, and a pizza. We actually ordered pizza. I wouldn't care. I was like, just give me that pizza right there. Cool. So they're making it. And I couldn't believe the filth. I couldn't believe how dirty this AMC movie theater concession stand was. And they can't tell me that that's how they all look. No. It was so god-awful that they wouldn't pass a health inspection. There's no way. And I just got a cute little photo. I just want to took a picture. Boom. Pissed the whole internet off because I posted it. I don't care. They're all mad. AMC people are mad at me right now. They're like, bro, look at this guy. This guy's a tool, man. Can you believe this guy posting pictures of being, at AMC? Yeah, it was that bad. But, bros, I'm just telling the truth. There was trash. This doesn't even give it the justice it deserves. There was so much garbage on the floor behind me. And yeah, I look like I just woke up. I don't care. But I'm telling you, I was tore up, bros. But here it is, just exhausted, like fatigue tore up. Not like I was physically tore up. So anyway, we're right there. My wife and I were waiting. Got our food and left. We drove. Hey, that kept me up driving, bros. I was driving all the way home. And didn't crash. Tell my wife that. I didn't crash. And the popcorn, that stale-ass popcorn, it kept me up. My wife goes, babe, I like this butter and salt. And I was like, I don't taste nothing but burnt popcorn, bros. Calm down. She loved it. She was like, oh, it's good. And the fact that we didn't have to go to the movie, too. How did Jaden Blue look? I don't know who that is, Frank. I don't know any of these guys. I didn't go to the damn movie. I just went in there, got popcorn and a pizza, and left. That's what my wife wanted. When we tell my wife, no, baby. And she even knew it. She goes, I'm going to keep a copy of this receipt, and I'm going to take pictures of it. I'm going to post it. And I like the guy who posted the picture of the movie Behind Enemy Lines. He posted that to me. That was funny. But yeah, man, I'm chilling. Emmitt Smith knows yardage. Bro, are we going to have these conversations? The Hall of Fame class is up right now. 2026 Hall of Fame class. And it consists of Drew Brees, Hall of Famer. I believe Jason Witten was on there. He's a Hall of Famer by default. And what do I mean by that? There's no other good tight ends. Jason Witten was a big body, but he's a traitor. I don't like Jason Witten. I said it out loud at the Cowboys training camp yesterday. They all looked at me. I go, no, Jason Witten played for the Raiders, bro. Get out of here. You don't need to. Same thing with Emmett when he went over to the Cardinals. Nope. Just be like Tony Romo, Troy Aikman, and Michael Irvin. Just play for your squad, bro. And if you can't play for them, don't play for anybody. That's all I'm saying. That's who I am. I'm that loyal. So I'm crazy loyal, bros. I'm different. But Frank Gore up for the Hall of Fame. Dez Bryant up for the Hall of Fame. These are all finalists, by the way, guys. So there's other people on the list, but I really don't care. Is Torrey Holt in the Hall of Fame yet? If Torrey Holt's not in, I don't want to hear it. And Eli Manning should be, I guess. I don't know. Not really. Me personally, I didn't think he was that good. But, I got to see who's getting in, who's not, type style, before I start saying these guys should get, these guys are automatic. Jason Witten is amazing. Shut your mouth. Oh, my wife. Are you kidding, babe? Babe, we're talking about football, not the way he looks. The hell? Went to Conaga Park High School. I would jet school and hang out at the mall. Okay. That sucks. I watched Fantastic Four, good movies, but I watched it at Regal. Dude, I told my wife, I said, Fantastic Four's out, because everybody was like in their T-shirts and stuff. I go, I bet it's a good movie. I just wouldn't watch it. Here, I'd go to Cinemark. And by the way, the Cinemark by my house, completely spotless. And I mean like immaculately clean. Like there's no popcorn on the floor. They take care of their shit. That AMC looked gross. Oh. Hey, by the way, there was a line for AMC Prime members or whatever, the rewards member line. Like 2 people in it. Oh, the shareholders are supposed to be in this line. It's supposed to be packed over here. No, it was a bunch of drunks in line at the damn bar. I'll tell you that. And then my wife goes, they're going to wait that long to get 2 little cups of beer and go watch a movie for 2 classes? Get out of here. Drew Brees was a luxury to have for so many years. Yeah, I guess. Why is my phone going off, bro? Who's texting me right now? I'm just trying to enjoy myself, have a good talk, and Jay's texting. Here he goes. He says, cleaned up the balance sheet, GameStop. So finally somebody's saying something good about GameStop. Cool. Yeah, they cleaned up the balance sheet. You guys wait till I get to my stock talk. We're going to do stock talk. All right. Got to go. Love you. Bye. Okay. Thanks, babe. She's going back to work. Thank God, dude. Now we can talk. You guys didn't even know. I'm not even letting you know about my $1,000 dreams next month. I want to do like 1,000 October, 1,000 September, 1,000 in November. I'm trying to increase every dollar I spend. Like before it was $500 a month. Now it's 1,000 because I don't have a car payment. Let's go. I'm ready to go. Shit. This one trying to hold me down. I started speaking too soon. I know she hadn't left yet. And she probably just heard all that. But don't worry about it, Mom. You be all right, bro. Keep doing you, babe. I'm not messing with you. Here's the deal. Okay. Great weekend. That's all I can tell you. But here's the problem. I haven't heard anything about Push Start Arcade. Nothing. You mean to tell me that GameStop is the biggest blank tease in the world and they haven't even talked about? There you go. Endgame. That's tough, man. And then you're going to tell me about we're not ready. We're ready for the world. It says, Yo Marantz, thanks for the stream. Just bought a PlayStation Portal and 2 used games at GameStop last week. Also added a little 27 shares. You're welcome, Dan. Appreciate you, bro. I'm listening in the background. I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. Yes, a wonderful weekday, whatever. Wonderful day. Thank you, sir. All right, so couple things we're going to talk about. I'm waiting for this video to upload. It says 76% right now on the Steam. It's almost there, guys. The GameStop giveaway video. AJ's birthday. It was awesome. I'll tell you that. You know I do, Marantz. Keep up the great work. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I like the stock. That's what I put in there. So, yeah, if you guys can see the totals, there you go. I don't have to say it out loud. If you ever go to Twitter, it'll show you the totals of what we bought today. Hello, fellow cultists of the 51 Faith. Yeah. Oh, my payments got a new home. That's what you meant. Oh, yeah. Yeah, tell me about it, bro. Tell me. But the wife knows. She already knew. I already told her. My wife made me realize some stuff that makes her feel more comfortable and safe. And so she talks to me about it. We communicate very well when it comes to finances, believe it or not. I think that's why we've been together so long. One, we have separate bank accounts. I don't know why people don't. Some people are like, no, you got to have a joint. Okay, you guys can. I'm good. Well, that's not the way we operate. And because my deal is I'm there to keep her safe. And so if I can make her feel secure and comfortable with what we're doing in life, then she's going to do the right thing. And she's not going to worry. So I try to take the worry off of her plate. So I send her some cash. Sit on that, Mom. You're good. I'm not going to ask you back. I'm not going to ask it back from you. None of that. It's not the way I am. Then, bonuses come, whatever comes. But you're always making sure that she has access to something just in case some shit really goes down. More than a flat tire. Right? But this is how women operate. Some women operate in fear and caution. And that's because they're the protectors. They're little mama bears. So I know this part. All I do is I listen to her a lot. She doesn't think I'm listening half the time. But I'm like, okay, I get it. She's worried about X, Y, and Z. And so, hey, guys, I do some real man shit, okay? I'm sorry. I know some of you guys are not like me. I don't have to share it too much to you, but you guys can take notes. I do some real man shit. Well, some of you guys think manly shit is like walking around naked, okay? You're like, yeah, I'm the man of this house. This is my house. I'm going to walk around swinging my junk. Yeah, that's you, right? You think that's manly, right? Not me. Nah, I walk around on speakerphone. That's what I do. I walk around on speakerphone while I'm paying bills. Just to remind people. Like, you forgot that this shit actually cost something. I was like, yeah. And so my wife, she'll be listening, right? I'll be paying bills, and she'll be listening. I know she's listening because she goes like this. She'll be like, hey, babe, they can do, they'll do partial. You don't have to pay it all up front. They'll take you can split the payment. I look at her and said, oh, no, we don't do that here. We don't live like that. That's where I'm like, no, we good. No, the whole thing. Not knowing this shit's past due 2 months, and I'm like, shit, I can't believe they let me wait this long. No, I really do pay on time, right? So then I'm like, yeah, all right, we good, man, we good. I'm having fun. I'm just dealing with it. Then I was like driving on the freeway with my wife, and I'm on speaker. Yeah, no, we're good. Auto bill, set that up. No, set that up. We good. Look up. The billboard says, it's a casino. It says, the gift and prize this month, they're giving away comic books? They're giving away comic books. It was like, win the most rare comic book in the history of the world, whatever. It's the grand prize. I'm like, see, collectibles are everywhere. Collectibles are everywhere. People just want collectibles. That's it. I love it. What did it say here? Why did GameStop trade at $8 back in 2015 despite making $600 million? Private equity was 10, or the P ratio was 10. Benny, I mean, there's ignorant people, and then there's you. You are ridiculous right now. Do you think GameStop traded $8? Is that it? Is that your claim to fame? You know, GameStop made a lot of money in 2005, 2005, 2006. Tons of money. But you want to ask why in 2015 you think GameStop traded $8? Hi, guys. My name is Benny. And I want to just ruin the day. So in 2018, right here, 2015, I'm so sorry. GameStop was, what did you say, $8? Right here, $8. Now, are you Tonko native? Is this your burner account? It says GameStop was $8. Right there. How about, can we just say 9? It was $8.98. Is that cool? Can we say 9? Is that cool? Right here, dude. All right. Here we go. GameStop up here at $23. Traded in 2015 right here at $9 a share. Oh my God. Bro, did you just get your phone? Like, seriously, did your mom just set it up and say, hey, now you have a phone. Now you can do this. I mean, guys, did we want to start the show? I've been over here talking for like an hour already, and we're finally going to start the show? Holy hell, bros. Here's the guy, Benny. First time ever here. How about you start out with the hello? Hey, guys. Hi. My name's Benny, and I don't have any business being here. What in the hell are you talking about? $9. Is that what you're talking about? Did you pull it up? Go, you know, I want to know why the stock was $9. Benny, 4-to-1 split, Benny. 4-to-1 split. Maybe the stock was $40. Maybe you don't know how math works. My God, dude. This is some bullshit around here. This is what I'm talking, Benny. Benny, I'm not going to mute you yet. I'm not going to kick your ass down the hill just yet. Even your shit doesn't make sense. I mean, this is crazy. If Push Start Arcade utilizes graded PSA cards, how much potential revenue could generate in the quarter from the? I wouldn't even care. It's crazy to imagine, isn't it, man? It's crazy to imagine all that. More cards to grade. I mean, they're already going to do that. I don't think it has to do with the grading card side. I don't think it does. But I do think that GameStop's going to allow crypto payments to come in. Like PayPal just announced it today. By the way, earnings this week, massive week for Wall Street. Are we going to get into the real talk? Do we want to start the real talk? Do we really want to start the show? All right. We'll start the show now. Here comes the boring stock talk. Hey, guys, 80% on the video for AJ. Let's see. Let me get ready to start the show. We're going to talk stock market. We're going to talk. Yeah, we're going to talk. Let's go.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC or Superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to
All right, guys, here we go. Your favorite part of the show. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I want to show you what's going to be happening this week. Now, as we look at this week and we look at the stock market, I want you guys to pay attention to one thing and one thing only. Earnings. Right now, on Monday, I don't care whose earnings today. It's Tuesday. When Tuesday starts, you'll see Visa, big company, go for it. United Healthcare Group is also there. They've already lost 2/3 of their company's value over the last, 6 months since their CEO got assassinated. But then you go to Wednesday. Wednesday's the day, guys. Wednesday's the halfway mark. You got the Fed. You got earnings from Microsoft and Meta. We're talking trillion-dollar companies, and we're going to find out just what gets awarded here on Wall Street. Then we go over, and you're also going to see earnings for Roblox, ARM, and you're going to see Apple and Amazon. It's right here all in the start. So as these trillion-dollar companies are going to give you what they're worth, I have an opinion. My opinion might not be, everyone else's out there, but when the Mag 7 are being awarded and rewarded valuation for money spent, I ask you, when does it stop? There is a difference. It's called CapEx, okay? Capital expenditures versus OPEX, operation expenditures, right? So OPEX, and then you have CapEx. What's the difference and why are we comparing the two? I'll tell you why. Because 10 years ago, when you're looking at Wall Street, you're giving them value for what? Growth, cash, all of the above. Now we're giving value for what? CapEx and stock buyback programs. There's a difference from driving up your own value and using excess cash to buy assets. Guys, when your valuation is just book, remember what we talked about? I'm going to show you right now. I'm not even going to say it out loud. I'm going to let you see it for yourself. Look at GameStop, please. When I look at GameStop, I'm going to go to overall. It's a $10 billion company. Guys, $10 billion. Yes, more valuable than some would say the Yankees or the Cowboys or the Lakers. All the above. That's just at a low value. People have to know what brands are and what products are. These companies that we're looking at, these are huge, massive companies. And they have a footprint. And when I go look at the financials for this footprint of what GameStop is, I can go ahead and look at the quarterly. We can go look at all the income coming in. But as you look at income, you also have to look at expenses. Operating expenses is the total here for GameStop, $228. That's OpEx, okay? Well, guys, that's what it costs. You have COGS, or in this case, the cost of revenue. But the COGS are the cost of goods sold. Okay, so when you look at these things, and you look at how companies generate value, we're looking at a company like GameStop that has minimal OpEx, tons of value, and profit at the end of it all. And here's what they're doing with their profit. When you look at this balance sheet and you come down, you'll look at something like GameStop where they have $326 million of property, plant, and equipment. You're not giving value for the assets, right? The only value here is for cash. You look at cash and they're at $6.3 billion. We now know that the number is $9.1 billion as of the updates this whole quarter. So I'm excited for GameStop to have $9 billion, whatever it may be. But the other part of this, when you look at GameStop, you don't see them doing any share buybacks because they don't. They have the ability to, but they don't. Why am I saying that? Because let's go look at Apple. Apple's a company here that I've been watching very closely for a long time. Apple, earnings comes out, cash flows in, balance sheets in, and what does it tell me? It tells me they have cash, $28 billion. They've declined on cash growth, 27%, 26% the previous quarter, and only a 5% gain and a negative 1%. So a terrible year so far for Apple. Tim Cook should not even have a job, right? Their CEO, chairman of the board, nobody should even be there to say, hey, this company's thriving. And here's why. Total current assets right here is 118. There's been an industrial change for the world. And what they're doing is you're trying to tell me that you're expanding on property, plant, and equipment. 5 out of the Mag 7 companies have an increase in CapEx. That CapEx is being allegedly spent on themselves. So if you're buying infrastructure for AI, which is revolutionary, guys. I'm just going to tell you if it is, right? Because there's got to be a return on this investment somewhere. But as I look at how they spend their money, total liabilities, whatever it be, I want to show you retained earnings. Apple is running the worst company, literally the worst company in America. People don't realize this, but they're at a loss of $15 billion. Over the last 5 years, which I've shown you, and we can even do 3 years, they've lost how much money have they lost, guys? Because I had them positive 8. What was it? Oh, I'm on the quarterly. I'm so sorry. Let's do the annual. Pardon me there. But Apple has lost so much money to go from positive 15 to negative 15. They've lost $30 billion in 5 years. That's the company. That's the company that gives you $1 trillion and trillions of dollars of market cap, but they don't have what you think they do. They have book value of $4. Somewhere out here, Wall Street has it wrong. Somewhere out here, Wall Street has it wrong because you're telling me that this stock is a 2% stock. 2% book, 98% lost retained earnings at a loss. When I look at a company like NVIDIA, pay attention, guys. This is where it gets really to the nuts and bolts of it. NVIDIA has a net income allegedly of $76 billion. Remember, the top 6 companies are spending $250 billion on AI infrastructure. Guys, that's GDP deficit like type style. $250 billion, $250 billion. We can do some real damage here. But you're actually investing into the infrastructure of the world. If that's what we're doing, allegedly, that's what we're doing. You guys realize what the play really is? I'm going to show you what the play really is for this. Operating cash flow for NVIDIA goes from $5 billion 4 years ago to $76 billion now. You say to yourself, how in the hell can you explain this fluff? Well, I already told you what it was. This is called mark-to-market accounting. This is the front load of it. The part that they're not showing you is that the investing cash flow has gone negative billions and billions and billions of dollars. And you go, well, wait a minute. What are they really doing with their cash? Here's what they're doing. The crime is sitting right in front of you guys. They're going from $5 billion to $76 billion, and they're spending more than half on repurchase of common stock. They are literally pumping their own stock. That's all they're doing. NVIDIA is buying back their shares themselves, getting all the cash from everybody and buying it up themselves. Financing cash flow is at $48 billion negative. When you're telling me that you're buying back in 1 year $40 billion of stock based off of the profits you're making, you're not making. This is why Jensen Huang, the CEO, is selling every single dollar of this company because they're buying it back themselves. I've looked at it every which way. You go, well, hold on, Marantz. Let's think about valuation. Microsoft's coming out with earnings. Microsoft, let's look at their cash. They're sitting on net income of $25 billion. When you go down the list, they're depreciating at $8.7 billion a year. Well, a quarter. I'm so sorry. The quarter, 8.7. You go, damn. Guess what? Operating cash flow is $37 billion. Huge number, right? Half of it's going to CapEx. Half of it's going to NVIDIA's share buyback program. So we're paying for something for NVIDIA, but where are you getting your value? If I'm pushing out all my cash on CapEx, then I have to go look at, am I buying back all my shares as well? When I look at this by the year, guys, remember, I'm doing quarterly again. I apologize. Let me do the year here for Microsoft. Microsoft comes out, huge numbers on cash order flow, $130 billion, guys. Massive cash, right? Look at the cash. Half of it is gone. Remember, they were doing 1/4. If you were doing R&D, okay, research and development, then you're like, okay, here's an operating expense. Capital expenditures, you're buying property, plant, and equipment. You have to maintain that. So services on that would be ops expense, right? If you guys don't know, if I'm an auto dealer, I'm buying cars. That's a cap. That's an expense to the company. The operating expense side of it would be the service to the cars. I'm going to clean them, get them detailed, whatever. It's a bad analogy for some. You could also do like printers. If you're a company and you have massive amount of printers, the printers themselves are cap expense. The printer service to come in and service them and whatever you're doing, that's operating expense, right? I'm just giving you an example. But here, Microsoft, half their cash right there on CapEx. Okay, so what's my return on this? What's my return on this if I'm losing $100 billion a year in cash? Remember, that's all you make. I can go up here, and you're going to tell me that I had operating cash flow of 118. What was I actually netting? Nothing at that point, because guess what I ended up doing? I ended up going in here, and as I look at how these guys, I ended up buying back shares. $17 billion. Do you understand that these guys have a negative cash flow? Negative cash flow, and they're giving valuations of $3 trillion, almost $4 trillion. One company is using all their cash for share buybacks. These guys are giving them the cash to do it, all while buying the shares back themselves just as much. Just as much. They're buying back shares. So it's just share buybacks and cash to NVIDIA, right? Playing the bubble. This is why I'm like, yo, this stock market's about to pop, and it's unbelievable. Then I go and I looked at cash for Meta. Meta's coming out with earnings as well. Meta operating cash flow, they decent, right? $250 million, or $100 million, whatever, $25 billion, whatever. Cash flow's good. I don't care. It's growing. It's awesome. Well, guess what? Half of it's going to CapEx. Half of it's going to CapEx. You say, okay, Marantz, half it's going to CapEx. How much cash do they really have? How much cash do they really have? Because they're buying back $17 billion worth of shares. Their net cash flow is negative $15 billion. Where have they made $15 billion before? They don't. So I have a problem. I have a problem with companies that are pumping their own stock. I go look at Google. It's the same thing. They're losing money. They're not making money, and they're dedicated to this $15 billion a quarter. $15 billion a quarter. And you know, I did it again. I don't know why I have the quarterly set up on there. We can go to the annual. I'm looking at smaller numbers. I want the bigger numbers. It's not about shock and awe. It's about truth. If I'm at $96 billion and I'm spending $43 billion on CapEx, I better have a return on this money, right? I think everyone's riding the high side of this. The fact that they're repurchasing $43 billion worth of stock, that's the number, $43 billion, more than your CapEx. You're buying back more shares, pumping your stock price, and selling on the backside of it than you are on your CapEx investing into yourself. That's what I'm looking at. And it's happening every single Mag 7 company, with the exception of Apple, where they're just like, hey, we're not playing this game, but Apple's still losing money. They can't play the game because they don't have the money. They're down $40 billion, $39 billion to be exact. But net income, right here, this is going to be Alphabet, Google. I go look at Google. I'm like, yo, these guys are decent, right? $100 billion. That's what their net income is. You're like, $100 billion? Well, operating cash flow, they're making tons of money, guys. Making tons of money. They're carrying it over. Look at this money. $100 billion. Amazing. 66 on 133. CapEx. 66 on 133. They're investing. They call it investing cash flow. Where are you going to return $66 billion? How are you going to get a return on that when you're spending just as much on share buybacks? Your repurchase of common stock is $66.59. It's just as much. I'm not talking about dividend payouts. No, I'm talking about this bullshit ass economy that's pumping Wall Street. They're pumping Wall Street while they're paying for this investment. I'm looking at it just like you. This is money you'll never get back. This 60 billion, 61 billion, 50 billion. No. Help me understand. Why wouldn't I, who cares about the stock price? Why wouldn't I just take the cash, all this cash, build up the infrastructure, do R&D, do CapEx? I don't care. Why am I spending 50% of all my cash on stock repurchases? Because you're at the top of the market. You're pumping this economy yourself. The decisions for these guys to do it this way, the top of this world to do it this way, is mind-boggling. I see CapEx on, this is Amazon. This is even worse. Amazon, they're like, hey, you know what? Maybe we're not repurchasing shares. See, repurchase common stock. Amazon's not there. Nope. You know what Amazon's doing? I say it's even worse, but at least they're fair. At least they're fair with themselves. Amazon's putting the whole damn thing in there. Cap expenditures on Amazon are up to $93 billion. Someone's going for broke. Someone had an operating cash flow of $43 billion. They spent $63 billion. They're spending other people's money to do this shit. This is a wild, wild west out here. You guys can tell me these are the companies you want to buy. We can break it down every which way, and people are going to come out with, well, they're allowed to do it. They're worth this much. They're worth it. No, you're not understanding. Every single company in the Mag 7 is built for failure. They're literally doing it to themselves because no one is playing it safe other than Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett and GameStop. I'm going to tell you two companies. I'm looking at it, guys. That's reckless. Hey, you're all along for the ride. You're an executive. You got a golden parachute, and you have stockholders don't. All these shareholders, security guys are going to hold this shit. They don't have it. Guys, you weren't made for this world if you're looking at this. I'm going to read your guys' comments in a minute. But if you don't understand how leveraged this market is, then you're missing everything. You're missing everything that I'm talking about right now. The leverage on this, Tesla's a terrible company to invest in. That's my thoughts, Chung. Guys, you guys don't have to listen to me at all. We've been right about every single investment. Private equity, all of it. What I'm asking you is, where in America, this is like why I'm talking about this. When did it flip? When did it change? You're in a revolution, right? Industrial revolution for AI. And we got to build it, and it costs money. Why is there no return on this investment? And why are executives deciding now to pump out 50%, 100% of their cash for share buybacks? You're asking for, no, listen, valuation. Valuation 10 years ago, 15 years ago, derived from earnings, R&D, and cash. That's why all these guys want to come out with these discounted cash flow charts, or the cash, what's your free cash flow? Are you free cash flow? That would give you a percentage of what you're worth. Didn't mean that you had to spend the cash. Just means that you made back that much cash. And maybe you're just doing share buybacks. Maybe you're doing one. But now you're at a double-edged sword. Not only are you reinvesting into yourself, property, plant, you name it. It's your asset. You're investing into yourself. We're giving double value because we're investing into ourselves and we're buying back shares. Which one are you? How are you doing both and giving double value? Because we're giving value. Remember this. You have, and I call it the SOAP. Other people call it something else, but the sum of all parts. We're giving value for cash. We're giving value for earnings. We're giving value for CapEx spending. We're giving value for share buybacks. And we're giving value for brand. They're awarded all of this? You're using the same metric 5 different ways. You're not doing it for anyone else. These 5 are invested into this one. I'm not going to read that one, meow. But yes, you guys can read that super chat that just came through. You guys are funny. I hope you guys really see, through it all, because earnings are this week, and I'm triggered on it. I'm triggered on it because I know what GameStop's doing as a company, but what I've learned the most over these last almost 5 years is I've learned that I only want to buy things that are not in the S&P 500. I don't want to buy S&P 500 companies. I want to buy the things that are getting into it. Because once you get into it, then you're riding. Now you're riding. But, even Robinhood has earnings this week, and we'll look at them. But I think GameStop's criminally undervalued. And it's because people don't want to give it value until they see the number. And that's not the way the stock market's supposed to work. You're supposed to be able to read it well before it happens. Find the trend and run. Run to it. You know what? PSA graded cards, number one industry in the collector's world. You're going to see that grading cards has fallen off from every other company because PSA is the number one rated company, and they're now partnered up with GameStop, which is in turn drove, they went from grading 800,000 cards a year to over 1 million, 2 million cards. It's something crazy. Over $1 billion have been spent on graded cards just in the last, would they say month or something? I don't even know the number. It's that big. People are buying Pokemon cards. So look at this. You got PSA graded cards. It's a huge deal. You have that corner of the market for collectibles. You then can talk about Pokemon cards just in general, raw, buying retail. GameStop gave you a destination, they gave you a value, and they told you the day you can do it. Okay? So now we're talking about Pokemon cards. We're also going to talk about, was the video live? Oh yeah, up and to the right is the trend, yes. But GameStop's at 23.19, which is a phenomenal number, by the way. We'll talk about it in a minute. I'm still going. I'm just checking to see if the video is live for you guys, so we can go watch it together. It's at 89%. We're almost there, guys. When it goes, we'll go watch it. So the other part about this, about GameStop being undervalued, is GameStop sells Switch 2. Switch 2 is breaking every record right now. It's a new console. You're in a new console cycle. This is a great time to be a part of this company. You'll go through and you'll see that the market is an all-time high. Which normally, truly is most of the time. We don't have retractions in this economy. When we do have corrections, well, guess what? Then people start seeing it for what it really is. And they always be like, who didn't see this coming? I just showed you what these companies are doing at the top. Anyway, GameStop is selling that Switch 2, selling Pokemon cards, selling PSA graded cards, and they have Grand Theft Auto coming out very soon. And so people are in that damn building every day. I was at the GameStop twice this weekend, completely packed. When I say completely packed, that's my wife. We had, excuse me, come through, excuse me. You couldn't even walk. And that's what it was like. So product was gone too. Shelves were empty. And that just means people are shopping. Isn't it more all the dark pool orders? That is one of the reasons GameStop isn't launching towards Tomorrowland, since dark pools don't affect stock price. Dark pools have been 67% for many days. Awoken Sheep. Let me awake you, okay? When it comes to dark pool and that bullshit that people want to push, there's a reason why I ignore it, because it's not a story. It's not even a worry, okay? I'm going to prove it to you right now. So we'll go in here and let's just do GameStop short interest, right? And let's go to website Chart Exchange. So Chart Exchange here will show you the short interest. It'll show you, where does it show you the dark pool action? Is it on the regular overview? Go to the overview. And we're here. And as you go in here, it's going to tell you, where does it say how much percentage of the flow was dark pool exchanges? Let me see. Oh, there we go. So here, it'll say for the 28th, you had 83% of it was off exchange, and then the rest, right? Massive number for a lot of people that pay attention to the stock. 83%. So, I mean, that's a massive number, okay? Very abnormal. Not supposed to happen that way. But look at this. The average is 60%, right? It's this line right here, this jagged line here. So this jagged gray line is your dark pool line, okay? So on average, I've seen it 50 to 60, give or take. Pick a stock. I'm gonna let you pick a ticker. Any ticker. Does not have to be a meme stock, okay? So it's a crazy number. But I'm going to show you something. It's very high, bro. 60s is the number, right? Watch this, though. Pick a stock. I don't care what stock you pick. Pick any stock you want. Any stock. I'll wait for you guys. Don't pick a meme stock. Pick a Mag 7. Pick NVIDIA. There you go. NVIDIA. NVIDIA, as we go down, we'll go ahead and look at exchanges. And we'll go to exchange volume. They're trading at 56% dark pool. Very similar to GameStop when it's usually 50 to 60. There it is. All 50s, all 60s, way up here. 60s, not a problem. More than 0.5% of the trades are off exchange. Their average is 50 off exchange over the last 30 days. Pick another ticker. Let's go ahead and pick Apple. Okay? I'll pick Apple. Apple, exchanges, volume. They're at 43, 49 for the day, the most iconic brand ever. Peaks over 55 at times. Well over half their trades are off exchange, dark pools. We'll go ahead and pick something very consistent like Costco. Costco right here. Costco's going to come out and exchange. It's going to be, should be like 47.50. Look at that, 47, what'd I tell you? So the ones that are just diamond hand, don't even show you volume, don't even get involved, 47 to 50. Brands, everybody, 50%, whatever. GameStop, sure, 60. I get it. It's like, people think it's like earth-shattering. This is really big news. Not for me, because I know that most trades don't get executed on site. 67 on AMC, 57 for the 30-day. Not a big deal. It's not gonna affect it either way. Give me another stock that I care about. We can go do Tesla. That was for a long time. That was the number one meme stock, right? That's what they call it, meme stocks. Is that what they call it? And Tesla, 57%. There you go. Same thing. Half their trades are not on lit exchange. It's not a big deal. GameStop, 80-something%. Massive, right? Yeah, it can be. Can be for the day. But I know 80 whatever, 83 is high. But the whole market, my whole point is everybody trades off exchange. Everybody. They control the pricing of these things. But that's where you're at right now. So it's not the end of the world. But I know people like to get caught up in it, and I don't care for it that way. This damn thing, what is this thing at? 89% still? Did my phone die? My phone's still alive. I got to go charge my phone, guys. It's uploading still. I'll be right back. What the hell? What the hell? Don't lock the door. Going around here just slamming doors. Just slamming doors. No. All right, guys, I'm back. Okay, so it's still loading, and I have my charger in the other room. I have the charger that's going to work on my phone, not this one. Anyway, pretty excited. So they DoorDash for AMC. I have no idea what that was, those boxes, but behind the picture in my AMC video, there was an AMC picture. I'm not lying to you. Ask my wife. She'll tell you I went. Somebody said, you didn't really go to AMC. That don't even look like an AMC cup. I'm like, because it wasn't. That's just that. All right, so check this out. We haven't looked at charts today. Here's the chart for GameStop. What a good number, 23.19. We posted in the Discord. Everybody was buying shares. I don't think anybody's ever mad when you buy shares, the price goes down. I had to buy it at that price, so you can get the price you're getting right now. That's the type of partnership I have with you guys. I don't mind buying them at any price, to be honest with you. But, like I told you, you're going to walk the purple line perfectly fine. We're good. I told you by next week, we should be somewhere down here by next week. So it should be 23.45 at the minimum on like the 4th, right? Yeah, 4th by that Monday. So 23.50 would be the lowest it can go. I don't see it going below that purple line. I've asked them to. I've pleaded with the masses. But whoa. That happened. Hi, welcome back, guys. OBS acting crazy. Not crazy. Okay, we're still up from 22.50. Yeah, this is a true test this week, guys. You gotta find out. You know, I felt this was a very low price for me, which my cost average is now below 24.60, 24.68 or something like that. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about that too, and so. To have anything else on this side? If not, I'm waiting for this video to load. It's almost ready, guys. Let's go look. YouTube. We'll keep up this page right here until it shows up. It'll show up right here when it's ready. But I'm looking at it. 89%. I don't know why I got stuck there. Video's not even that long. It's 15 minutes or something like that. It's not even long. I don't know what's going on with these people, but I'm good. Had some comments this weekend about stuff. Like I said, these guys were all wrong as far as why I value GameStop or what else you could value it. I don't know who these people are in the Discord you guys keep posting. Shout out to Matt for buying the 6 cards, Frank for buying his shares for the day. A lot of other people buying stuff. I saw Smokey in there. He bought a share. I think the Team 51, the guys who buy 1 share a day, pretty awesome. Trove went deep. Trove went out there, bought 28.5 shares. Phenomenal. I know people are already ordering the Pokemon Legends Z8 Nintendo Switch Edition. I talked to my wife. I told you I want to get that Nintendo Switch 2. We got to still work that out because I might just show up with it one day and just say, hey, babe, look what you got me for Christmas. That's the way I would do it. I showed a buy order in the Discord. If you guys did not watch it, it's from Jay. He wanted to share it with us. He had about $4,000 worth of GameStop. Kerwin, so that was 173 shares, which is very good. If you ask any of us, Einstein bought some shares today. Lucky Luke, he bought 20 shares. Somebody on the Discord or on Twitter told me he bought 2,500 shares. You know, I don't like it when they just tell me. Either you post it or you don't, because then I'm going to call you a liar. Me, I'm good for 69 today. Electronic Boutique holder, that guy's been holding GameStop since 2003 or something crazy like that. He bought a share as well. So phenomenal. Einstein bought another share. I missed it. Roaring Titties bought another share. Awesome. Hosco has an update coming out real soon. I don't know what it is. Somebody else, this guy is Neg Roni. He bought 48 shares. So are you counting right now? Taco bought a share as well. That's everybody buying shares this week. And that was starting today. So, like I said, pretty good for the show to be up that many. And that much, it's just part of it. I'm watching. Thank you guys. All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm still waiting. Like I said, waiting on the countdown. We'll just watch the chart until then when this thing goes live and it's ready. GameStop 23.18 right now. Volume is minimal still, which is telling you guys something considering. Volume's at 9 million shares right now. The average on the 3-month is 14.5, but we're already at 9 million shares on this Monday. Market cap of $10 billion. And if this is where Wall Street's going to keep us, just going sideways because this is going to be hard. You see this? This slide down? That can rebound very quickly, but it actually looks like they're spacing us out on volume. This is crazy. Look at this. Guys, I'm doing it by the minute chart, but you're talking about 2,000, 1,500. There's no volume here. Every minute, 1,000 shares. That's it for the whole world to be trading this thing? That's all you have? Oh, something's going on. I know we're a small pocket of the internet, but even the 5. Yeah, they're short. They tried to short it right there. Bought it back. Short it back down. They're trying everything right now. But how far can you take it? You can't take it much further. No, you can't. Hedge funds, try me, bros. You guys try it again. Did we get to 90 on this damn video? Still at 89. That is so weird. Why is it paused? I gotta go check out my phone. I'll be back. You know what? Trove has some new hits, bros. Trove has some new songs. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna let you guys watch the chart while I go figure out. I want to see why this thing's not loading. I need it loaded. Yeah, Trove had some crazy songs, bros. But hey, this video's on my feed. It says playing the HYMC pump 400% opportunity. from 2 years ago, Tony. A members only video. God, you're gross, Tony De Niro. We knew that, though. We knew he was gross. All right, I'll be right back.
I'm rich, I'm pretty, got an apartment in the city and a beach house off the coast that costs a couple milli. Where you going toe to toe, we be singing while we're winning. By the time I'm 24, it's hard to deal with it. If you got a man, send his brokers back to bed, cause tonight we flying high first class to Japan. Eating sushi, wearing Gucci hot springs, cause we can. Sipping on sake, making $1 million plans. Super yacht, smoking pot with our $1 billion friends. Bright lights, white lines, summer in the south of France. We're going on a plane and we won't be back again, cause we're heading to the moon, screaming catch me if you can. So I'm about a 9, but she thinks I'm a 7. Got money, all of a sudden she thinks I'm 11.
Wow, how much did you make?
Nah, I never be telling. Let's just say I went through hell to be living in heaven.
All right, guys. I'm going to be taking off. I got to get ready for work. And the video will be up in like 20 minutes, it says. So give it 20. You guys will find it. Hopefully you watch it. Support the video. I just want to say thanks again to all the supporters of the show. These videos wouldn't be possible without you guys. And then, of course, GameStop, the store that we love, the brand we love. And I'll just keep buying it till the day I fall. Appreciate you guys. Oh, wow. Why does Unity have more volume than GameStop? Because you're here, bro. That's why. It has more volume than GameStop because you're here. I mean, is that even a real question, dude? Unity. Yeah. You're welcome. Have fun. I'm going to go 1, I'm hungry. 2, I got to pee. 3, the video will be up in like 20 minutes. So I'm going to take off. I'll see you guys. Okay? Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys got the information. Hope you guys listen. Hey, they're spending more money than you could ever imagine on share buybacks. Not on CapEx. GameStop's winning.